Gunners, welcome to UG Gunners TV. Following the trends of the history, the two clubs have met 239 times. Manchester United winning 99 times and Arsenal winning 87 times. The two clubs have drawn 53 times. It's a match preview, Arsenal versus Manchester United at Emirates Stadium. Time kickoff 18:30 East African time on the 3rd September 2023. I'm joined up with Justin, Edward, and Big Steve. Welcome to Fans Front. Manchester United won its last match against Nottingham Forest, and Arsenal drew against Fulham. And you see the reactions of the fans in the region going to this match. Edward.
Yeah. Manchester United versus Arsenal is a big game here in UG, in the region. It's a big game. It calls the attention of everyone. Okay. The women, the children, the fathers, even the lukewarm supporters raise up to watch this game. So this is one of the most exciting games. It calls the attention of everyone. People are excited. People are ready. All the sports pubs are ready, and the vibe for this game is just too much here. So this is a beautiful game that calls upon attention, calls upon about the excitement of everyone in every corner. I'm just excited for the game.
Oh, thanks. Big Steve, tell us about the fans' reaction in Kafuna, where you've been around there.
It's a big game, big rivalry, and definitely the two camps are really anticipating for this game. Of course, looking back for the last 3 games, there have been some mixed results, and the two fans are not happy with the results, the way the results have come. But I think they are buzzing for this game. So let's wait and see what comes up tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks so much. Justin, what was the vibe of the fans in the area?
Thank you. From where I come from, people are very excited over this game, this coming match that is going to take place tomorrow. I think people are filled up with the enthusiasm of this game, and we are waiting to see what is going to come out.
Thanks so much. Big Steve, what's your overview of this match that we are getting in?
I think this game has come very early in the season. Looking at the two camps, I think there's been a lot of mixed reactions from the fans. Looking at the Arsenal's camp, we've had some mixed results. Of course, 2 wins and a draw, but the fans are not fully convinced yet with our start. Likewise, the Manchester United camp, 2 wins and 1 loss. So I think this game comes in a very interesting moment in the season. We are looking at the two clubs competing to finish in the top 4, and most probably compete, of course, with the big boys, Man City. So I think this game comes in very early in the season. The fans are really excited. They want to see how both teams will perform. It is going to be a big test for both teams. But most especially, of course, the pressure comes in for Mikel Arteta right now. Of course, Arsenal competed last season. So I think it's going to be a big test for both clubs. The game has come really early in the season, so we are waiting to see what comes tomorrow.
Okay, thanks. Justin, on your own angles, how do you see the overall of this game?
This game has come up according to the previous test, which both teams have been facing. I think both teams have not been so good, especially Arsenal, though they were winning, but they were not convincing. Man U on the same point, and I think both managers, they have that thing to show the fans that they are really stable, and they are willing to show what they are supposed to do in this game.
Wow. In the same case, a lot of things that has happened, but now I want to hear from Edward, your overview of this match?
Yeah, the overview. My overview. Personally, I'm seeing this game in two ways. Both teams are not stable. They're not excited with their performances. They have been having struggling moments. Manchester United losing one game, winning two, Arsenal winning two, drawing one, and the similarity of that of the previous game. So looking at this game, Arsenal versus Manchester United, the Emirates, following the two, it has been a while since Manchester United takes a win at the Emirates. So I think they are ready. This quoting Ten Hag's words on his match review as well, he was like, his team is very ready, looking at the add-ons and the excitement of a few players like Amrabat coming in and all these other players. So I'm just excited. With the Arsenal's camp, I think the only issue that we have been having is Arteta's mixing up of the games. And when we look at, when he focuses this time round and arranges his team to the fans' expectation, especially my expectation, I think Arteta will not fetch the embarrassment at the Emirates. Seeing that over like 3 games in a row, Manchester United have not taken any win. So I think it's all about Arteta to prepare himself to host Manchester United and take a win.
Okay, thanks. Now, how do you see the two managers tactically approaching this game, Mr. Justin?
I'm grateful for that question. On my side, the way I see this, I think Mikel Arteta has been stubborn, though he's trying to find out a new system that he's supposed to use, and I think he should turn back to the previous system we have been using, and I think with that he can kick out Manchester United. On the side of Manchester United, I don't think they have been alternating their system for so long. You know? I think they have been using the same system over and again. And I think as long as all their players are there, that is what they are going to use.
Big Steve, the two managers both are good tactically, but particularly for this match, how do you see both of them coming in?
Watching Mikel Arteta's press conference, I think Mikel Arteta is ready to stick to his current formation, which is of course is proving to be detrimental to the team's performances. I think the players are struggling actually to master this new system. So coming into this game and watching Mikel Arteta's press conference, is most likely to stick to the same formation. So I don't think the Arsenal supporters must actually wait and see for a big change in this game, unless otherwise. Erik ten Hag, maybe the new arrivals, Reguilon and Amrabat, wait and see whether there will be a change of system. But I think Manchester United have maintained their system for quite some time. I think they will maintain a 4-2-3-1, a 4-3-3 system. Of course, Varane is out, so I think Lindelof comes in automatically. Luke Shaw and Malacia are out, so they've acquired the services of Reguilon in the back. So we wait and see whether he starts this game or maybe he starts from the bench. Maybe Dalot may play on that side actually. Maybe it may be a little bit too early for Amrabat. So I expect maybe the same midfield of Casemiro and Eriksen, of course, and Bruno Fernandes playing that advanced role. So I don't think there's going to be so many changes in this game. I think the two managers may actually stick to the same formation they've used in the previous games.
Well. Mr. Edward, in this game, we see that, don't you think that this is going to be a battle of the two managers, the Spanish one and the Dutch man? How do you see, how are they going to arrange their tactics in this game?
Yeah, well. I don't think the two managers have a difference so much. They both use 3 midfielders. They both use 3 forward players. Their tactics are almost similar. Right now, we can't predict Arteta. We can't predict Arteta's tactics because of this, looking at the 3 games that have just been played. We can't predict him now. We have the likes of Kai Havertz added into the pitch and he has put a lot of trust in him. So we're not sure. We cannot predict which player is going to select for this particular game. So Manchester United versus Arsenal is a big game, more so for us as fans. You know, being an Arsenal fan, we really want to see Arsenal killing the game earlier. So tactically, they have a little bit of similarities in a way of arrangement, defensively and in the midfield and what. But I think Arsenal's tactic is going to be to dominate the game in possession, and that's what Arteta is going to be building, to see that he dominates the game. And there's been a repeated history in all our games, Arsenal dominating the game, and Ten Hag will always be waiting at a break, which has always been working for them, picking us on counters and all this. So I think if Arteta prepares his forward well, make sure they are ready, they are shrewd and sharp to take the goal at the back of the net, they will take up this game because they will be having most of the time with the ball, possession and all these things. So Arteta's game is all going to be in that. So I see the way with the like of so my approach, I'll be expecting Arteta to bring back Partey in midfield to see that he can dominate, to try to counter, to have some battle between the Casemiro and the brilliancy of Bruno in the midfield should be sabotaged by a person like Partey. So I think that would be something very beautiful if you bring back Arteta. Partey in the midfield. Yes.
Thank you so much. Now, according to the departments of those both teams, Man U and the Arsenal, where do you see the strength and the weakness of both teams, starting with defense? Mr. Justin, tell us about the defense.
Thank you once again. Starting with Arsenal's defense, I think they have not been solid enough this season. They have been leaking a lot of goals in these few games. I think we have conceded 4 goals, if I'm not mistaken. And I think that is really a bad sign for a team which is likely to compete for the title. I think it is really a big challenge. And I think one of the problems is because of Gabriel not being played and the change of system. As I was saying, that this system, most of the players are not used to it. So I think Gabriel should be brought back to the defense, and Partey playing right back. I don't think he's really good there. We all love Partey playing in the middle of the park, and I think Partey with the race, I think they will be really so good in the middle. In Manchester United side, defense is good, though they are coming into this game with the absence of some defenders, like both of their left backs. And that's why I think they brought in Sergio Reguilon from Spurs to help them. I think they have not been so bad, and their right back, they are all there. Bissaka is so good enough. Varane, in the absence of Varane, I think Lindelof is there to add on there. And I think they are not so bad in the defensively.
Thank you so much. Edward, just tell us about the midfield of the both teams getting into this match.
Yes. Their midfield, the middle of the pack, I think there's going to be a lot of battle of brilliancy between Bruno and our Odegaard now. So that's a battle of brilliancy and assist and ball control. So I think looking at the midfield there, like I said earlier, we can't predict right now. Our expectation is to see Partey playing the midfield alongside Declan Rice and Odegaard. But we're not sure, we can't tell. Unless Arteta hears our cry and brings back our Partey in the middle of the park so that we can dominate the midfield. So because we see Casemiro in the midfield of Manchester United and Christian, all these people are brilliant. Christian Eriksen and Bruno Fernandes are ball players and very wonderful ball passers and visionary midfielders. So when you don't put a party to try to sabotage those passes and those intervals that are going to bring, we're going to have a problem in our midfield as Arsenal side. So I think Mikel Arteta should just come up and really realize that he needs someone who's going to really put some offense and some strengthening of that midfield so that we avoid those through passes that may bring runs. You know, so look at that midfield. That's a weapon that has always bring damage to us when it comes to the runs of Marcus Rashford moving through the flanks and moving through. And we saw that pass in the game that we played against Manchester United when we lost 3-1 at their field. We saw that pass that Bruno Fernandes penetrated through and put us damage to striker Marcus Rashford. So I think the midfield of Arsenal should be arranged in a way that they are going to put some defensive midfielders like Thomas Partey to try to sabotage those passes, to avoid those killer passes that will damage us. Because Manchester United, I think they will be waiting us on the break and give us those counter-attacking football that is going to damage us. So when we don't get a good, strengthened midfield that is going to try to sabotage, Arsenal is in for a problem. So the good thing about Arsenal midfield is possession. I think I love the fact that they should add the like of the Dzeko who can enter in and try to dominate the midfield against Manchester United. I think when Arteta chooses right, I think they will kill the midfield of Manchester United.
Big Steve, what's your opinion on the forwards of both teams when preparing for this week game?
I think the two teams actually have a very interesting forward line. Of course, Arsenal welcoming back Gabriel Jesus. It's going to be an interest. It's actually going to be a big headache for Mikel Arteta, who actually starts up front. But Eddie Nketiah's performances have really pleased a lot of Arsenal fans. So I think Eddie Nketiah will start up front, probably. Of course, you don't know what Mikel Arteta will do there. Then, of course, looking at the flanks, of course, Bukayo Saka plays in there at the right wing. Then it's going to be interesting to see Leandro Trossard or Gabriel Martinelli. But of course, I think Martinelli will keep his spot up front. So I think Arsenal actually has a lot of wealth in the forward line. So maybe the debate is between Nketiah and Gabriel Jesus because I think he's fully fit right now. Manchester United is welcoming back Højlund from injury. I think he came in while he had some little bit of a niggle right there, but I think he has recovered fully well. So Erik ten Hag has also a little bit of selection headache up front. Do you start with Højlund or you start with Jordan Sancho? He has been actually featuring in that role during pre-season, and he has been brilliant actually for them, passing through the middle. Or do we see Garnacho maybe shifted to the left and Marcus Rashford through the middle? So it's an interesting one. Wait and see what Ten Hag will do up front. Of course, a little bit of confusion comes in with Anthony on the right wing. I think a lot of Manchester United fans are not pleased with these performances.
Edward, how do you see the two managers putting up or setting up with their first 11 going to this game?
Yeah, the issue of first 11, I for one starting with Arsenal. Between the sticks, I believe Aaron Ramsdale is still the best selection. Going on the defense, I think Arteta should just bring back the four defenders into the field. For me, I would select if he can choose rightly and give us the best defense and give us Tomiyasu playing our right back, I will remain with the two, Ben White and Saliba. I'll remain with Ben White and Saliba, and also have Zinchenko play. Though if there was another option, Kiwo played nice, good game. Last game we played, it was solid, and was not moving, and that's what we want to avoid going to this Manchester United game. So I think if you can give us the four lines and put back Partey in the middle of the park alongside Declan Rice and Odegaard in front of them, then just arrange the. I'll take Jesus because it's a big game. I'll take Jesus for going to our number 9 and Bukayo Saka and Martinelli. So I think that's how Arsenal can arrange themselves. Manchester United, with the absence of Luke Shaw, I think they will love to put their Dalot to play their left back. Then I think they will have Lindelof and Martinez, and also have Wan-Bissaka. Then I think Casemiro obviously will play alongside Christian Eriksen and Bruno. I think they will have, so their new striker will, I don't know whether he will feature in this game, but for me, I'll think they will first start with Marcus Rashford because he has always been having a good game against Arsenal. You know, I think they'll have Marcus Rashford and have they'll have what's his name in the full right, Garnacho, very speedy player, will bring us headache if he comes in. Then Anthony will try to be there. So I think if they arrange that, it will be the team that we can select. But comparing both the team terms of strength, I think Arsenal, being the fact that they're in Emirates, they'll try to play their game that's full of possession to see that they can take a win out of this. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Justin, do you expect that these managers, they are going to do some changes in their lineup, which are a bit different from the previous lineups?
Thank you. Particularly on the side of Manchester United, I think it is obvious they are going to make some changes because of some injuries they have got recently. I see their goalkeeper Onana as usual in the goal. I see Isaka there. I think the coming back of Lindelof, the centre back with Martinez, and I see Ruglon as well, because they don't have any left back at the moment, unless you're going to maybe put there Dalo, but I don't think he's going to do that. And I think in the middle of the park, we are going to put, I see McTominay coming back, though they have brought in Amrabat. I see McTominay, Casemiro, and Bruno Fernandes. Then in the forward, I don't think Højlund is going to start. I don't think so. I'm seeing Marcus Rashford being a spearman in the middle of the park. Yeah, up front is there as a main striker because of his pace and his ability of shooting from far. And I see Anthony, though he has not been effective enough ever since he joined Manchester United. I see the coach putting him there, though me personally I wouldn't have put him there. I wouldn't put him there, and I see Garnacho as well playing there. And on the side of Arsenal, I don't think they are going to make a lot of changes. I think Arteta is going to come back with his previous system as well. I don't think so. Though I would love him to change, but I know he's going to bring the same squad. That is what I know.
Thanks. Big Steve, Manchester without Varane and Luke Shaw. How do you see manager Ten Hag arranging his team and manager Arteta?
I think for Manchester United, it is straightforward coming for Lindelof, in for Varane, of course. Then they've managed to acquire the services of Sergio Ruglon from Spurs. So I think it may come a little bit too early for him. He has not been playing actually a lot of games of recent. So this is a big game. Putting him against Bukayo Saka on that right wing, I don't think he will have actually a good night against Bukayo Saka. So we wait and see what the manager will do on that left-hand side. But I think probably Diego Dalot may come in there So we wait and see whether Diego Dalot will come in or it will be Sergio Reguilón. But I think it will be too soon for Reguilón to play on that side. He has not featured a lot. Varane, I think Lindelof comes in automatically for him. Maybe, you never know. Harry Maguire might come in. Of course, a player that has divided the fan base of Manchester United. Yeah. So we wait and see. Of course, they have acquired the services of Johnny Evans as well. Okay. He has signed a 1-year contract. Okay. So we wait and see. I think they have three options there who can come in for Varane. Yes. Johnny Evans, Harry Maguire, or Victor Lindelof. Yeah. But of course, the obvious choice there would be Victor Lindelof. Overall, I don't see their team changing too much. I think it's again too soon for Amrabat. If you want to counter the midfield of Arsenal, then I think Erik ten Hag might actually go for a double pivot. Maybe McTominay may come in for Eriksen, so we shall have maybe McTominay playing alongside Casemiro, and Bruno Fernandes may be playing just in front of the two holding midfielders. Up front, I think that's where it's a little bit tricky for him. I was watching his press conference and he was talking of Højlund being fully fit and ready to make his debut. But I think he lacks much fitness. So I think you continue with the previous front three. Maybe Garnacho, Marcus Rashford and Antony. For Arsenal, again, a very big debate with Mikel Arteta. Having to maintain Thomas Partey right back, I think that's a little bit of being stubborn again. Having Havertz playing in that midfield, I don't think he does a lot to help Declan Rice in there. So, personally, I would not like Mikel Arteta to play Partey at the right back. So I would want him to maintain the previous system we had last season. Just keep it a proper back four. Benoit right back, Zinchenko left back, then of course Gabriel partnering Saliba. I mean, put Thomas Partey in midfield and Declan Rice. Then, of course, Martin Odegaard in front of them. And Bukayo Saka, Martinelli, and Eddie Nketiah for now. I think he starts for me. I think, of course, Mikel Arteta, it actually had one of the most interesting points he made yesterday in his press conference was he talked of having 36 different formations against the Fulham game. So you can imagine what is going to happen in this year. Exactly. So Mikel Arteta is a little bit unpredictable. I don't know the 36 formations he was talking about. So it's interesting to see what will happen against Manchester United. Maybe it will be 50 this time. Wait and see.
Okay, well. With me now looking at the lineup of both teams, according to Manchester United, they only have actually two challenges in their defense. That's Varane and Luke Shaw. But me, I will not prefer manager Ten Hag to bring in the new signings in that left back. Then he just put Dalot as well, Lindelof in the back. Then there are other areas he can just maintain his boys. Then coming to Arsenal, my issue is on Partey playing in the right back. This time I would like to see Ben White playing in the right back as well. Magalhaes coming back on his job because they are missing services. Zinchenko playing on that side of the left back. When it comes to the midfield, I would prefer to see Partey playing behind the two guys, that is Odegaard and the Declan Rice. Because in this case we've seen whereby Zinchenko play converting from the defense, joining the midfielder. So in that way, whereby Manchester United has some fast players like Rashford, would like to see who can cover the space. And the only person that I can see who has that ability of covering the space is Declan Rice, can cover that space behind. Then but when it comes to manager Arteta, sometimes, he told us that as long as Arsenal's manager, we should always expect Kai Havertz in the pitch. So I don't know, because that's his decision as a manager. and I know that he has a lot that he's seeing in him, and that he want him, or he want to yield out of him. So in that case, then forward, let Nketiah be there, because I remember what the miracle he made last season with that heartbreaking goal. So I believe that for him, he should be there. Though Jesus is back, but let him first start from the bench. That's how. So going forward, guys, Mr. Justin, give us your prediction in that game.
Arteta remains with his system and the players he has used in the last previous game. I see Manchester United hurting us, and we might end up drawing unless he makes some changes there. Then we can win it.
Thank you. Mr. Big Steve, your prediction in that match.
If Mikel Arteta is stubborn, as we've seen, and he keeps that formation, I think Manchester United will hurt Arsenal. But if he picks actually the right players, and they shouldn't be playing out of position. If we have Partey in midfield and Gabriel coming back in defense, I think Arsenal has a big chance to win this game. I see Arsenal taking the day. 3-1 win for Arsenal.
Mr. Edward, tell us your prediction in that match, Arsenal versus Manchester United.
Yeah, looking at these two teams and the history and everything, putting emotions aside, putting support aside, looking at the team's support strength for the last 3 games, I see a 2-2 draw.
If Arteta doesn't do that, Jay, because you mentioned that Arteta has over 35 tactics or formation. So over the 35 formations, if we bring those formations whereby Partey playing the right back, they are going to concede 2-0 to Manchester. That's Arsenal conceding 2-0 to Manchester. But in case if he goes back and does the way we've been doing it in the last season, knowing that every player plays in his position, they're going to hammer Man U 2-1. So it has been quite, and Mr. Justin, thank you for coming, and Mr. Edward, Mr. Big Steve, it has been a pleasure to have you here on the fans front. Our viewers outside there will request you share the video, like the video, comment, and always subscribe to the channel